Hi everybody! Today we are going to be drawing a kite together. We are going to start by turning our paper a little bit, and you can turn it either way. But what this is going to do is it's going to help us draw our kite at an angle instead of straight up and down. So if you want your kite to be in this area, you're going to turn your paper like this. If you want your kite to be more in this area, you're going to turn your paper like that. So either way is totally fine. I think that I am going to have my kite in this area, so I'm just going to tilt my paper so that it is nice and tall. Then what I'm going to do is I am using a marker. You are using your pencils to make sure that you can erase. And I am going to draw a lowercase t. This is going to set up a nice foundation for our kite. So here is the line that I would pull from the sky down to the ground for our T. And then that cross line that goes across horizontally. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to connect the ends of our lines together. So I am going to pull a line from here to here. Then I like to turn my paper. I find it easier. I'm going to connect from here to here. Now it kind of looks like an arrow pointing to the corner of my paper. From there, I'm going to connect, so now we have this triangle shape at the top. I'm going to connect each end of the triangle down to my bottom point on that line there. And again, do the best that you can. If your lines aren't perfectly straight, that's totally okay. It is practice. So now we have kind of that cool kite shape. Now our kite needs a tail, and so I am going to, from the bottom of my kite, I am going to make a wiggly line, not crazy wiggly, but a little wiggly. And a lot of the times on the tails to kites, they have ribbons tied, and people draw them in different ways. You can draw them like triangles sticking out. You could also draw them just like a shape. So if you wanted it, maybe you want to do it as a heart shape, and you would come out from the string there, out from the string there, and you could have hearts coming down or ovals sticking out. So I think that Miss Tuttle today, I'm just going to stick with the classic triangles. And so what you do is you slant out and back. And a way that you could do that a little bit easier is you come out and out like you're making a V or a mountain, and then you just connect it. So I'm going to do that a few times on the string of my kite. And it is absolutely okay if they are not all the same, or if one side is bigger than the other. That's all right. Not a big deal. What matters the most is that you are happy with your work and that you're trying the best that you can. So now we have a pretty big kite filling most of our paper, but we do still have some white spaces. So what we are going to do is we are going to add some cool clouds. There is an artist, and his name is Romero Brito, and he draws his clouds in this way. So he makes a line across, then he goes bump, bump, and this last one you want to watch carefully. He'll go bump farther out and then curl around. And it's just a cool cartoon cloud. And I might add 3 of those different sizes. So this is probably going to be my largest one. I'm going to add another one here. Go bump, 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 curl around, and one more, maybe down in this area. Bump, 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 curl around. And now we have some cute clouds with our kite flying high in the sky. Next, you are going to choose what kind of colors you want to have on your kite. You could even add a pattern onto your kite. You could draw hearts or stars, or you could even have stripes on it. That would be a choice that is up to you. So maybe I'm going to add some hearts on mine. And I'm going to put one in each part, just because I think it would look good. You definitely do not, you could have hearts all over the place or polka dots or whatever really makes you happy on your art. And mine aren't all the same size, they're a little lopsided, and that's okay. As long as I tried my best, I am good. The next thing that we're going to do is add some color, because that is really going to make our artwork stand out and look nice and neatly done. So I'm going to color in my whole picture, and I will check in a minute. I have finished coloring in my kite picture, and I made a little mistake up in here. I don't know if you noticed, but when I was coloring, I accidentally put some yellow inside this heart when I had already in my head kind of planned that I was going to do this red-violet color. So all I did was I recognized my mistake, and then I just went in and colored back over it. And honestly, I think that if you're looking at it, unless you really know it's there, you barely even notice. I did make the background part of my kite yellow just to give it a little bit of a pop of brightness. I used 3 colors up in here. So this is a purple, a red, violet, and a yellow. And I used those same 3 colors on the tail. You don't need to do that. You could use different colors if you want to. That is totally your choice. And you will also notice that I colored in my entire sky, and it took me some time, but I think that it really helps our artwork look finished, and it really, really helps those clouds stand out, since those I left nice and white. I hope you enjoyed following along today, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.